I'm Jakwon, and today this video is collaborated with the brand called Scry, and they sent me an Artic PS5 cooler, which is the first cooler I've seen for the PS5. It has some key features: 6 hyperfluid fans, patented lamella frame, and it says it's quiet as a library, so I'm guessing it's just like quiet enough to be in the library because you will notice something in the library. Super speed USB port, which is actually nice, so it plugs into the back of a port, a USB port I'm guessing, and you can still use another port because I guess it has like another output port. Yes, another output port of a USB, which that USB on the back of the PlayStation is very valuable. Plug and play, which is nice, so you don't have a big block, I guess. You just put it in the back of it. Flexible orientation, so I'm guessing if you go sideways, oh yeah, it has like a little picture. Functional illumination, that's actually pretty nice. So I guess there's some LED lights or something in there. Supports standard and digital consoles, which is a plus because I also have a PS5 Slim, and we're gonna be putting this on the regular PS5, the standard. Fan speeds 4,000 RPMs to 10,000 RPMs. That's actually really good. So this is more of an exhaust fan. So it says airflow exhaust. So exhaust fan is through these fans through the inside, and then it outputs through the back. Now this is the day one PS5 that released day one. So I don't know if it like the second gen is different. I also have a second gen. I just haven't turned it on, and I know for a fact this blows heat. PS5 is really good with cooling, but the exhaust, when I have it close to a wall like in my setup, so I actually really do need this cooler to help push out the exhaust fan because I be feeling the heat, and I have seen some PS5 back ports melt or something. That hasn't happened to me. Now I'm looking at my ports, they're in really good condition. I also need to clean this out because, to be honest, I haven't cleaned the fans out in 3 years, and there is some dust. I had to wipe some dust off a little bit, just like this, but the inside, I wonder how that looks. So it also has 6 fans, power 5 volt, noise 45, so I guess it's less than 45 dBA. Connector USB Type A. USB supports super speed USB, and it's black. It says the world's most advanced PS5 cooler lets you muscle through hours of gaming by exhausting and dissipating heat through its hyperfluid fans and lamella frame design, engineered to deliver maximum cooling and optimal performance during even the most demanding gaming sessions. A perfect addition to any gaming setup. So let's go ahead and unbox this. But yeah, if you use my link, which is in the description, I also get a percentage. So use my link to support and support the channel. If you want to pick this up, let's go ahead and look into it and see what this looks like, bro. It's actually really cool though. I was like, bro, I need a PS5 cooler because I seen those like weird ones on Amazon, which you're docking to, and I just feel like that wouldn't help because there's nothing on the bottom to like do cooling. All right, so the box is pretty nice. It's a pretty nice box, slim. Just push it out. Then it has the cooler design on the outside of the box. It's a nice box. They put some detail into this box. They got the logos in there. Let's cut this little tape to see what the fans look like. So you go in there, it says align to top, connect USB port, clip the bottom. It's got this little cool little foam protecting it. Oh yeah, this looks nice. This is official. This is actually official. This is actually official box. Pull it out. I love this foam, like this little foam thing. I don't know what type of foam this is. I actually want to know because this was like in my drones. They would have this type of foam, which I feel like protects really good. So it has these clear fans. They kind of look like they will be rubber type. It's flexible, but they're not. It's clear. It reminds me of like classic N64 Game Boy Advance. The clear plastic. Oh yeah, transparent or translucent. Yeah, they're translucent. So that's actually pretty nice. 6 fans. So all the fans are different sizes. So it's not just a whole bunch of just same fans. So it's like a bigger one here, and they go smaller, and it's a really small fan at the bottom. It's actually really nice, bro. This is really good. Look at made for PlayStation 5. It says right there the USB port, and also has the super speed USB port out here. I'm also going to test and see plug in the PlayStation camera and make sure that works, because that's mainly what I plug in here is the PS5 camera or also the PS4 camera. But let's go ahead and attach this to the back of the PS5. So it says align to the top. So this, okay, so right here, if you align this in here, and then it perfectly aligns with the USB port right here. It's a USB port. I don't know if you can see it. That USB port perfectly aligns in there. See, plug this right here. Ooh, okay. It's actually scary because I feel like it's gonna bend the USB port, but it's not. It's actually really good put together. It pushes in properly, and I guess you clip the bottom. Oh yeah, you pull it down just a little bit to clip it in. So there we go. We are plugged in. Super sleek. Looks way better than I thought. 1,000 times better. Like when I thought of like a cooler being attached, I didn't know how it was gonna look, but this is not too big. The fans look cool. Oh yeah, this is a really, really good design, bro. I approve it. I approve it. Really nice. All right, so let's plug in our PS5 and let's see what happens when the fans turn on and stuff. So we still have our Ethernet port. We still have our other USB port. Wait, there's 2 USB ports? Oh yeah, that's right, because one will be VR, one will be the camera. I'm loving this, man. This looks so good, bro. Let's see how they look if they start up. Okay, they turned off, but I guess this is the PlayStation registering it. Yo, it actually lights up. it's working. So it adds a little bit of noise, but not too much. That's actually a good sound. So if you playing Call of Duty, bro, especially, it will raise up the temperature. Bro, the LED lights on there is cool, bro. Like, this is what it looks like when it's dark. It's actually really cool. It kind of sounds like a PC, bro. It makes it more like a PC sounding. I'm surprised this has LEDs. Like, if you're a PC player and you want like your PS5 console just to be cooler, this is 100% for you. It's blowing out a lot of heat. It's actually cool. Like, before it will actually blow out warm heat, even if you just turn the PS5 on, but this is actually a lot cooler. All right, so we're gonna test out, does the PS5 camera still work with this plugged in? Let's see. The camera still, all right, so the camera still works. The USB port is working. And then we have the extra USB port if we want to use like the VR2 headset it is. And if you wonder what the noise level specs are, these are the specs. And if you're also wondering what the heat differences is, these are the heat difference specs, which the noise is going to be a little bit louder. Like if you gaming real hard, this is going to be good. Because when the PS5 fans ramp up, when you're playing like Call of Duty, they ramp up. So it's going to basically equal out. Or if you're playing 4K 60 games, especially Spider-Man 2, so you're going to want to make sure your PlayStation's cool when you're playing for long hours. And now I'm going to enter rest mode. Let's see what that does. I do want to know. All right, one thing I noticed when you go in rest mode, the fans do not turn off. That is because if you go into the PlayStation settings, system settings, power save settings, and then you go to features available in rest mode, so you can turn off supply power to USB ports. I usually have it on 3 hours, so if you want to have your controller charging or something. But if you put on off, let's see if I put in rest mode, what will happen now? Because when I first put in rest mode, it did not turn off the fans, or maybe there's a button to turn off the fans. I'm gonna check. So now we're going to enter rest mode. Let's see if they go off all the way. Okay, so yeah, you're going to have to turn that feature off. That's one thing I noticed from my own self, is that you will have to turn that feature off. The only reason I know that is because I just know how PlayStation works, and I had PlayStation for years, and I had some other devices that SSDs, externals, you have to make sure you turn that setting off because it can run your SSD and make it hot, even if your PlayStation is in rest mode. So you're going to have to turn that feature off. If you're using this cooler, it's not nothing too crazy. Yeah, it's either you turn the PS5 off or you go in a setting and turn off charge like USB ports, because it's going to always supply power to the USB port and power this cooler, which does not use a high voltage anyway, so it can go off just a little bit of voltage, 5 volts, which is what they use to charge the controllers, and it's not like 20 volts or nothing. So yeah, it's one little thing that you have to do that I figured out, and that's pretty much it. Let's see how it looks in the vertical way. So you actually able to put the vertical stand through the cooler, and it will line up right here in the middle, and you can put it on the stand. All right, so it actually works. It works even though the cooler will be in the way of the original vent fans, but you just put it on the edge of the cooler and center it in the middle where the curvature would be for originally, and it works. That's actually really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much the cooler. It's actually not too loud. It doesn't be extremely loud, but it's not loud, and it fits properly. The only thing is you have to turn the USB port off, which is not a big deal because you can always just turn it back on. Charge your controllers with like an external dock that I use. The camera works. The USB port works actually to its extent and not mess up. And like, you could use USB storage and stuff, but when you use like a camera, sometimes USB ports will not work because it doesn't have a good back and forth to travel. So yeah, that's all I really need to know, if it can support the camera, because if it can support the camera, the PS5 camera is good to go. And yeah, that is my Scry unboxing of the Arctic cooler fan. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll try to answer those for you. And if I think you should buy it, I think it's actually really worth it, especially since if you had a PS5 from day one, you might actually need this just to exhaust it for a little bit, because the back of my PS5 do be extremely hot. I'd be actually scared for my back cables because I was noticing that. And next year is gonna be 4 years with the PS5, which is just crazy to think about. And I want to keep this healthy as possible. So this is my first cooler, and I think you should buy it. So if you want to buy this, click on the link in the description. It will take you to the Kickstarter where you can buy it. I think you scroll down, you can buy it. You also can fund the Kickstarter. And if you click the link, like I said, it will support me. So make sure you click the link and then buy it through there. And yeah, I'm your boy Jakwon. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next video.